An Introduction into Gender Neutral Parenting by Kristina from Frailty Myths.
What up, Frailty Myth family? I'm Kristina. I'm one of the folks who sits on the Advisory Council for Frailty Myths. You may have seen me in some of previous videos, photos, especially the cute little kids running around. I've been raising Nyla for the past 3 years, and she's 4 now. And I gave birth to Ahari last November. They're now 10 months. Nyla goes by she, her, or they, them, depending on how she feels. And Ahari, until they speak or tell me otherwise, will go by they, them. Sean and I, who's my partner, chose to raise both of our children in a family that is gender neutral. We don't always know what that means. It's an exploration for ourselves, but it comes from the understanding that the way that gender is currently constructed does not work for us. It doesn't work for us as Black people, and it doesn't work for us as queer individuals who do not sit on the binary. And I want my children to understand that gender is not just a binary. My partner and I both know that we don't have the capacity to shape the full scope of our children's understanding around gender, but what we do have the ability to do is be the first intervention in their understanding of gender. We actively try to challenge the messages that they get, both from television, outside sources, and particular other family members who are in our world. Some of the first interventions that we have done with Nyla is a lot of just like responding to the things that she says, following her cues. You know, she said to us before, girls don't have mustaches or boys don't have long hair. And we've challenged those things by being like, no, a boy can have long hair, a girl can have a mustache. We know that she probably doesn't understand what we're talking about and sometimes doesn't even believe us because some of the messages around us are so much stronger. We also try to intervene with clothing. You know, she doesn't need to always be wearing dresses, and we allow her to feel comfortable when she wants to wear a button up, and we give her praise when she picks an outfit that isn't necessarily girly so that she feels comfortable in her own skin. Being Black parents and raising children in a Black family adds a whole nother layer to this, because I experienced growing up not really having access to femininity in the same ways that my white counterparts had access to it. I didn't have long blonde hair. I had curly puffy hair. I didn't have a thin body. I have and still have a very round body. And so femininity is something that is very interesting, but at the same time not making her feel as a Black girl that she has to, be more masculine, be more of a boy, in order to survive this environment. Because I know that that was what I felt growing up, that because I didn't have access to this femininity, that I had to assimilate into something else, especially being a queer child, and that was masculinity. And as we most have access to it, it is toxic. So it's important that Nyla's femininity and girlhood and womanhood, should she choose to say that she's a woman, we want to protect those things and make sure that she has access to, beauty. So we surround her with images of Black women and, images of the body that she'll develop into around her, and beautiful images of that, so she knows and has examples of what beauty is, because white femininity is not going to be the thing that she has access to. Because of that, we don't want her to feel like, well, I don't have access to this thing, so now I'm going to go to this next dominant thing, which oftentimes accessing power can be through toxic masculinity. And we want to challenge that, but at the same time, make sure that she knows that she has power and skills and knowledge, because at the same time she's going to have to assert herself in spaces, because as a woman, people won't think that she's the first most capable person in the room. So it's a very delicate balance, different intersections to raising a Black gender neutral child or a Black girl or a Black boy that, I don't have all the answers to, but I know that It is, as I said earlier, an exploration. And the more I explore, the clearer I get, and the more that I want to share this information on how it's working for me as a parent raising gender neutral children and girls, particularly black girls and black gender neutral children.